Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azril Abdul Rahim, metric number 300148. Today, I would like to talk about trade deficit. So, first of all, what is trade deficit? A trade deficit refers to a situation where the value of a country's imports exceeds the value of its export in a certain period. This means that the country buys more goods and services from abroad compared to what it sells abroad. The trade deficit is often measured as a difference between the value of imports and the value of exports in a country's trade account report. Next, the total trade deficit can be found when the value of imports minus the value of exports. If the value of imports exceeds the value of exports, the result is positive, indicating a trade deficit. If, on the other hand, the value of exports exceeds the value of imports, this results in a trade surplus. Now, let's talk briefly about the difference between trade deficit and balance of payments. The trade deficit is a part of the balance of payments that refers only to the difference between exports and imports of goods and services, while the balance of payments is a comprehensive record of all economic transactions, including trade, investment, and capital flows between one country and another. A trade deficit can be caused by a variety of factors. The first factor is the rapid growth of the domestic economy. When a country's economy grows rapidly, the demand for imported goods and services tends to increase. This is because people's higher incomes usually lead to increased spending, including for imported goods. The second factor is the strength of the domestic currency. A strong currency makes the country's goods and services more expensive in the international market, thus reducing exports. At the same time, a strong currency makes imported goods cheaper, thus increasing imports. The last factor is the quality and cost of production. If domestically produced goods or services are more expensive or of a lower quality than imported goods, consumers and businesses may be more inclined to buy from abroad.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Farizat bin Baharuddin, metric number 297923, and I will talk about impact on the domestic economy. First, employment. Reduction employment in opportunities. Trade deficit can reduce job opportunities in industry competing with import goods due to difficulty in matching the price and quality of cheaper or superior foreign product. Economic growth. Reduce economic growth. Persistent trade deficit weaken economic growth as more money flow out from import than come in from export. Impact on currency value. Currency devaluation. Prolonged trade deficit usually devalue the domestic currency because the demand for foreign currency rises to pay for import while the demand for domestic currency falls. Strategy to reduce the trade deficit. Fiscal and monetary policy. Reduce public expenditure. The government can reduce unnecessary public expenditure and divert resources to with high export potential. Interest rate. Set appropriate interest rate to control inflation and support economic growth. Low interest rate can encourage domestic investment and spending. Economy diversity. New sector development. Invest in new sector that have growth potential such as technology, biotechnology, and green energy. Trade and tariff agreement. Tariff review. Review and adjust tariff for import and export goods to protect local industry and promote more balanced trade.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Luqman Hakim Samsudin. My metric number is 297982. Now, I will talk about long-term and short-term impact of the trade deficit. First one is short-term impact. Exchange rates. A trade deficit can lead to a depreciation of the national currency because it increases the demand for foreign currency to pay for imports. Interest rates. Central banks might raise interest rates to attract foreign investment and counteract the effect of trade deficit, which can impact borrowing costs domestically. Inflation. Increased imports, especially of consumer goods, can lead to lower domestic prices in the short term, reducing inflation. Economic growth. In the short run, a trade deficit can boost economic growth if import consists of capital goods that enhance productive capacity or consumer goods that increase consumer spending. Second is long-term impact. National debt. Persistent trade deficit can lead to an accumulation of national debt as the country borrows to finance its deficit, impacting long-term financial stability. Economic dependence. Reliance on foreign goods and services can make economy vulnerable to international market fluctuation and foreign economic policy. Manufacturing and employment. Long-term trade deficit can lead to a decline in domestic industry, particularly manufacturing, resulting in job losses and shift towards a service-based economy. Investment income balance. Over time, a trade deficit may lead to an imbalance in investment income, with more income flowing out of the country to pay returns on foreign-owned assets.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Faris bin Abdul Rahim and my metric number is 300243. The impact of technology and automation on the trade deficit. 1. Increased productivity. Technology and automation increase industrial productivity by enabling faster and more efficient production of goods and service. This can reduce production costs and selling price, making domestic products more competitive in the international market. As a result, export can increase while import can decrease, helping to reduce the trade-off deficit. And second, change in labor demand. Automation can replace repetitive and manual jobs, reducing the need for human labor. This can result in unemployment in some sectors, but can also create new opportunities in the high-tech sector and service that support automated production. This impact can vary on the trade deficit depending on the ability in the workforce to adapt to the change. And 3. Investment in technology. Countries that invest in technology and automation tend to have more advanced manufacturing and service sector. This can increase the quality and quantity of export, contributing to the reduction of the trade deficit. On the other hand, countries that lag behind in technology adoption may experience an increase in trade deficit because they are less competitive. And the influence of digital trade on the balance of trade. Number 1, efficiency and cost reduction. E-commerce and digital platform reduce transaction, distribution, and logistic costs. This can lower the price of goods and service, increase the competitiveness of domestic products and international market, and support increased export. Number 2, product and service innovation. Digital technology enable innovation in new product and service that can meet the needs of the international market. This innovative product and service can attract more international consumer, increase export, and improve trade balance. And provision of digital service. Countries with high capabilities in the development of digital service such as IT, software, and creative service can experience an increase in the export of the service. Exported digital service make a positive contribution to the trade balance.